Welcome back to my channel at The Movie Optimist, where I try and find the silver linings in even the worst of films. It was just announced by an interview with Jeremy Renner that he is in fact returning to the MCU as Hawkeye. And one of the reasons that I think that this is so amazing is, for those of you who don't know, that aren't in the loop of like Hollywood gossip and stuff like that, while he was snow plowing his driveway 2 winters ago, I believe, or 3 winters ago, his nephew wound up running outside and almost got ran over by a snowplow, and Jeremy Renner actually wound up saving the day by getting his nephew out of the way, which then turned into the snowplow running over Jeremy Renner. He saved his nephew's life, and in return, his body got absolutely mangled by this snowplow, and he was told that he might not ever be able to act again because he won't be able to walk again. And not only did he defy those expectations, but now he's about to come back and play a superhero. Originally, when he was getting better, he said he didn't know if his body would allow him to do the stunts and have the physique of a superhero, so he didn't know if he was going to return or not. Then, as he started defying expectations and he began to walk, he began to run, he began to exercise again, he began to get in shape again, rumors started circulating that he was going to join the Avengers again. And essentially what happened was he came out with a statement saying that, yeah, Marvel actually came to him and asked him if he'd be interested in doing a Hawkeye season 2, which would take longer to film than the first season, but they wanted to pay him less money. And he's like, I'm not going to do more work for less money. I'm going to hold my ground. I love you guys. I've been a part of the MCU for a long time, but I know my worth. I don't care about making more money on season 2, but I at least want to make the same that I made last season. It's not like I'm half the Jeremy after the accident. And hell yeah, dude. I respect the fact that he stood his ground and he stood up for himself. And now, months later, he just came out with another interview talking about how, yeah, he's pretty much going to come back as Hawkeye, probably in one of the Avengers films. And I think that that is such an amazing thing on one hand, because he had this full recovery to the point where his body was literally ran over by a snowplow and left him mangled and deformed, and he was able to come back from that. And that's just a testament to the human will to get better when you keep fighting. And sure, not everyone is fortunate enough to be able to heal the way that he has, but the odds were against him and he achieved it, and that's the determination of the human will. And I just absolutely respect that as a human being and as a hero that I look up to, having grown up watching the Avengers films. But on the other hand, I think it's a great thing for Avengers and Marvel fans, because it just adds another legacy character to these next 2 Avengers films, where it's kind of overrun with a bunch of people that are the newcomers that haven't been getting a lot of positive word of mouth. They haven't been doing as well as the box office as all these legacy characters movies have. So he's just one more to add to the roster to get me excited, more so than I already am, to see the new Doomsday and Secret Wars. I, for one, cannot wait to see him back. I love Jeremy Renner. I love everything he's in. I'll always show up to support him, especially after he solidified himself as a real life hero saving his nephew. It's just such a beautiful thing, and I can't wait to see him in one of these Avengers films. But what do you guys think? Are you excited to see Jeremy Renner come back? Are you just as impressed as I am at the fact that he was able to have a full body recovery after that accident to the point where he can now portray a superhero again? Let's talk about it in the comments down below. And as always, guys, I hope you have a great rest of your weekend, and I'll catch you next time.